Happy Halloween, guys. How you doing? Just reading the comments in the chat, just saying hi. Tracy, Lewis. I saw Seth earlier. Who else? The Bud Files. I think that's it for now, right now. And to all the lurkers, come on into chat. Say hello. Happy Halloween. Lewis, great idea, man. I tend to throw on the classic Halloween, John Carpenter's Halloween every year. Before it's too late, I usually throw it on. But that sounds cool, man. Bowl of chili and a large bowl of popcorn. Chili. Is it cold? If it's cold, then hey, perfect idea. I don't know if I want chili tonight. But anyways, I just figured I'd pop in here. It is chilly. It is chill-y here. Oh, sorry. Classic and chill. My dyslexia, Lewis. Sorry. It is chill with a large bowl of popcorn. Even better. Yeah. It is chilly here. Very, I think tonight when the kids are out trick or treating, it is noon here now. And I guess it's going to be starting. Well, what is it? It's 4 o'clock in the UK now because you guys had your rollback. We have a rollback this weekend coming up. Our rollback daylight savings time. Stupidest thing. I know we harped on it before, but it's just stupid. Why? It makes no sense. But hey, anyhow, I did manage to finish the Halloween decorations in the front. I will play for you a Helium. I will play for you a small portion of it. I will play it now. Again, I don't know if I'm going to do a live tonight with all the kiddies around because we get a lot of kids. Last year, I think we got about 150 to 170 kids trick or treating. Yeah, that many. That's a shitload. So, yeah. So I don't know if I'll have time to do that. Maybe after I'll do a live walkthrough depending, but I'm finding the the quality sucks. So maybe I'll just do a 4K walkthrough and upload it later on tonight. Maybe I don't know if I have time. If not, I'll do it tomorrow morning. But anyways, here is the walkthrough for this year. Again, nothing major. I just wanted to share with you guys. Hey, Safari. Yeah, just a short version of what's out there. Again, nothing. I don't have like the electronics hooked up, so I mean, do I want to pester the neighbors? Sure, why not? They're a pain in the ass, so why not? Let's play the growling and the screaming and all that kind of shit, so they can call the cops. I don't mind. That's fine. The cops can come by and hey, check the display out. But it'll all be going full force tonight. And again, once I said, I don't know how many kids we're expecting. I would probably say about 150 at least. At least the last few years, well, barring COVID's it didn't really it slowed it down a little bit, but kids were still coming out trick or treating during COVID. I mean, it was a little different how we were handing out the candy and shit. We did it at the end of our driveway, and the kids could just come by and you just grab some candy. We were letting the kids grab it and just, hey, there you go, trick or treat. Again, and now it's a little bit, back to normal, somewhat. But you got people who are freaking out about COVID again. We gotta lock this down again. Are you kidding me? Come on, enough's enough. No more. No more of that shit. Anyways, how are we all doing? You guys are closer to Halloween than we are here. I mean, we got about maybe they start early because I mean, yes, it gets dark early, around 6:30 ish. Yeah, somewhere around there. It gets dark. And once again, this weekend is our daylight savings rollback. So I believe it's Saturday night. It happens a whole hour, and it's just again repetitive, stupid, just stupid. Why? Just leave it alone. Let it play out, and everybody happy. Everybody be happy, so to speak, because I mean it's just a pain in the ass. And I do know they're concerned about the amount of pedestrians that are hit because it's dark out, and there's all sorts of elements that they sit there and go, well, we need to do this because we need to better this, better that. And well, hey, no, it's just a money thing, probably, just like everything else. Just leave it alone, and we'll all be able to adopt and be happy. Okay. Stop grandfathering us and telling us what to do. Just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. It's all fine. You know, it's it's just like Christmas. We don't want you can't say Christmas. We don't want you saying Christmas because you might offend people. What? Are you kidding me? Come on. You know? And I mean, you have Halloween this week Tuesday, and then all of a sudden you got fucking Diwali celebrations going on. It's Halloween. I'm sorry, Halloween. Put the Diwali aside for next weekend or whatever. It's Halloween. Here, it's Halloween. We celebrate Halloween. Oh man, just yeah. And because what happens is the streets are flooded with cars parked in asinine ways on fucking lawns. Are you kidding me? Fucking get off my lawn. No, they're not fucking on my lawn, but I mean, if they were, it'd be a different story. But I don't know. Anyways, so how many, like, I mean, over there in the UK, is it like, I know it's not celebrated, like Halloween isn't celebrated as much as over here in North America, in the US, especially in the US, here in Canada. But I mean, I suppose you do have kids that go out trick or treating, and there are some houses that hand out treats, sweets, or whatever. I mean, what are we looking at? What's the percentage of houses or kids would you expect to give out candy to on an average? I mean, like I said, here when we first moved out here, there was probably about maybe oh 25 kids, if that. 25 kids, if that. You know, and hold on, let me just make sure this is it. Yeah, 25 kids. Now it's insane. Like I said, it was creeping up to about 200 kids before COVID. Around 200 kids around COVID, just before COVID. And then when COVID dropped, so did the numbers, but not a lot. I mean, the first year with COVID, it was sparse because people were just too paranoid. So we probably seen about 75 kids. That's it. Wow, 2 or 3 kids. Wow, maybe do up your front lawn, or if you got a front lawn or front yard or whatever, maybe that'll attract more kids. That's if you want them. I mean, like I said, I get a shitload here. I know there are people on the street here that don't hand out candy. They just turn their porch light off, and kids will still go up to the door and ring the doorbell or knock on the door or whatever, and they just don't answer. But the people probably hide in their basements. Don't want to deal with them. And it can be a hassle. I get it. It can be a hassle. And some kids get rude, get really rude now, get very demanding. I remember last year I had one kid, couldn't have been any more than poof, 9, 10 years old. And we were handing out a bag of chips, over their crisps, and a chocolate bar. And the bag of crisps or chips, whatever, however you want to call them, that we were handed to this kid was a bag of Doritos and a chocolate bar. And the kid goes, "I don't like Doritos. Can I have something else?" Can you believe it? There's a lot of things that I didn't like when I was a kid. I just took it. Who cared? Hey, if I didn't like it, then my parents would eat it, or I'd trade with some other kid at school the next day. If school was the next day, I just bought it at school. Hey, you want some of these? I'll trade you. Sure, I don't like these. You can have this. That's what we used to do. Who cares? Beggars can't be choosers. You're getting free fucking, treats. Trick or treat. You know, maybe we should start asking for the trick and not the treat. Let's see your talents, kid. No, just kidding. But yeah, but I mean the nerve, right? I mean this is, and yeah. Okay, I'm just reading Lewis's. If you don't teach, you know what? We still get that. We still get kids that now are in their teens coming out dressed up, grabbing goods, and I'm like, come on, fuck. There's a time when you stop. Just leave it for the kids. Let the kids have fun. It's all about the kids. And that's why I do up my front lawn with the props and all that for the kids, to scare the shit out of them. No, a lot of them like it, and they really, I think I myself really appreciate it when I see people doing up. Hey, the Watchman, how are you? Um, a bear trap, exactly. That's perfect. Yep, bear trap. I've got a devil at my doorstep that's waiting to take your fucking soul. So hopefully he's working this year. And it's funny. Yeah, exactly. I I grabbed it a few years ago. I can't remember where, and it would really scare the shit out of the kids. It was like a creepy devil dude. And the prop would move, his eyes would light up, and he was holding his pitchfork, and he would say stuff like, "Come closer, come a little closer. Let me get a hand on you and take your soul." And it would fucking scare the shit out of the kids. It was hilarious. Just seeing the faces of some of the younger kids who are still unsure, is that real? Is that real or is that, fake? But nowadays, a lot of the kids, they know. They know. They're not stupid. They know a lot of this stuff are just props. But yet there are still a lot of kids that won't come up to the door to get their treats or whatever. And they'll get their parents to come up to the door if their parents are with them. It's hilarious. But their faces are classic, timeless, you know, um, when they're frightened. When they're frightened. And you do get, well, I know we do get quite a lot like that here. We really do, because like I said, we roughly about 150 kids now, up to 200 kids. And it's going to be a cold one tonight. I mean, here, I can't convert it into fucking Fahrenheit, but it's going down to about 3 degrees, and I'm assuming I see. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. Let me just see. Hold on. I'll tell you in a sec. Okay, which is 37 Fahrenheit. But it's gonna feel like, I think they're saying it's gonna feel like minus. Hold on. Let me see here. It's supposed to go down, like the feeling, because there's going to be a slight wind. So right now it's 4, feels like 1. And it's supposed to go up to 7 today, but I don't think it's going to go up to 7. So in the evening, it's going to 1 feels like -2. So let's see, minus two is 28 Fahrenheit. Holy crap, 28 Fahrenheit. Hey Mark, how are you? Okay, I'll play the walkthrough once again, for those who haven't seen it. Here, we'll play it again. Give me a sec here. Yeah, and then as you see, the devil at the door. I always put him at the door because, well, he's crippled now. He's been through a lot, and his frame has been busted. I'm gonna have to weld it, so I just haven't had time to fix it. So, um, yeah, so he's sitting on an old, farm beam that's heavy as hell, but it's holding him up a little shorter than he used to be. I think he was like about 9 feet tall. Now he's about 6, if that. No, not even 5 feet, something like that. So, but enough height for so he can still hold his pitchfork and look scary enough for some of the kids that show up tonight. Um, I like I said, I will be filming a lot of what's going on tonight with the trick or treaters, and of course, maybe some of the kids might want to say what they think about this year's setup. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. But like I said, I don't know if I want to do a live because I'm finding that the lives tend to the quality sucks. The quality sucks. So let me just see here. Put this out for anybody who might like to join in. And I will pin it to the top. If anybody wants to join, by all means, more than welcome. Like I said, I don't know how long I'm going to go for. Busy day today, of course, tonight being Halloween, so you got to make sure everything is ready to go. Like I said, it comes quick. Halloween this year is just wow. One minute it was, one day it was, September, and then all of a sudden now it's October, 31st. It just flew by. And before you know it, it's Christmas. Spend more money. Christmas. But this is my Christmas, I think. Halloween. I enjoy this more than Christmas. Always have, always will. Um, are you guys gonna sit like Lewis and sit down and watch a classic horror flick tonight? Maybe. I like Lewis. I think I'm going to once again watch Halloween in 4K tonight. Oh yes, so cool. The original Halloween, John Carpenter's Halloween. You can't beat John Carpenter's Halloween. Another movie I like watching this time of the year because it's just very, very creepy is a movie called Let Sleeping Corpses Lie, and shot there over in the UK by a Spanish director by the name of George Gru. Um, Arthur Kennedy's in it. That's a good idea, man. You should that. Yeah, what the original Watchmen, the original Evil Dead, classic movie, the classic. I'm assuming, yeah, that's the original that you're gonna watch. Yeah, Halloween is my Christmas as well. But yeah, that's good stuff. Stuff I like that. Don't might just do it. uh some of these kids love that shit though. But yeah, you really get to watch what you're doing with some of these candies, man. I've had something like this one here. This one here. You guys remember that guy, right? Carolina Reaper sweets from Japan. I do have one left, and I don't know. Yeah, still good. Kind of hard. Looking to eat it right now though. I'll eat it later. Um, but yeah, some of those sweets are fucking crazy, man. You just got Hellraiser on 4K in the box set of nice, nice. I still have my fucking Hellraiser Cube box set from the UK DVD. I really have to update a lot of my movies to 4K. I really haven't updated a lot of them, and that's the thing I kind of fucking hate doing. When a new format comes out, you got to go and rebuy it again. It's like ugh. But I think a lot of the stuff that I've had on Blu-ray, I think I'm satisfied with because they've done such a great job. Even on some of them on DVD, they did such a great job. Of course, you can do better, obviously, but some of the movies, the transfer jump from say an old beat up bootleg VHS film to this is just incredible. I don't know. Do I have in my chest the haunted chest? What do I have for movie wise? Hold on a sec. I'm gonna see. Oh, classic. What's going on, Crazy John? Anyways, look at that.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, Crazy John? Ooh, Pumpkinhead. I gotta update that, man. I fucking love that movie. Have you ever seen it, John?
Pumpkinhead, no.
With Lance Hendrickson?
No.
Great flick.
That's one that's this my radar, that one is.
Yeah, directed by Sam Winston or Stan Winston. Sorry, the FX dude. Wow, and I can see why. I gotta watch that. So how you doing, man?
Yeah, not so bad.
Not too bad.
Could be better.
Yeah. What
Weather's really bad, isn't it?
the weather sucks there?
Yeah, weather sucks today. It's pissing down rain.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
What's it temperature wise?
In the house at the moment, 19 degrees.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fucking cold here, man. It's like 4 degrees feels like 1 degree. And it's gonna go down to one feels like -2 tonight.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But me, winter's come early for you, like.
Yeah, I mean it usually gets like this in and around like late October and then into beginning of November, and then all of a sudden it starts to warm up a little bit again. Up until past December into and then January, the end of January, it just gets really cold. January, February,
Yeah, but winter doesn't start till the 21st of December, like, so how come you're getting -1? Is it just where you are?
well, it's just with the wind chill. That's all.
Right,
Right?
with the wind
Yeah,
factor, yeah.
yeah. The wind factor, it gets cold. It'll drop down below zero. So, but I mean, for the most part, I mean, you go out there right now, it's actually not a bad day. It's nice and sunny. Just the wind. It's only a slight wind, so it's not really much of a difference.
You certainly won't want to be wanting to sleep in it overnight, like, would you?
No,
No.
I'll go sleep through my mock graveyard in the front.
mock graveyard.
Yeah.
There's one good thing about tonight, like, it's pissing down with rain, so hopefully the kids ain't going out knocking on the door like for fucking Halloween, because
Do you get many kids there?
Not knocking on my door.
No. What do you do? Scare? What do you scare them off?
Yeah, I don't know. They just don't. There's nothing on, no lights on outside, or nothing like that.
Oh, yeah. It's funny because I was saying a lot of people not a lot of people on the street here. They'll turn their light off and they'll go hide in the basement. They don't want to deal with the kids.
No.
And then they'll be like rapping on the door, and then finally they get pissed off and they'll come upstairs. Can't you take a fucking hint?
Yeah. You're gonna fucking hint. I'm not.
Can't you take a hint? I'm not giving out candy. I don't have any.
That's right. That's right. Well, we don't get those kind of kids like knocking on the door. We get lunatics knocking on the door.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna take Seth's idea there and get some Carolina Reaper sweets and give those out to the kids.
Oh, could you imagine that?
You want
parents coming to the door like,
you want some candy?
Yeah. Parents come to the door after like, you get a fucking chili, like.
Here you go, some dried Carolina Reaper.
No, then I get some sweets. Where are you getting chilies from?
Yeah, insane, man. Like it's insane though, because I mean, like I was mentioning earlier, we get up to like close to 200 kids here.
Really?
Yeah.
We got loads. I got loads of kids living around here, like, but they're certainly not the type of kids that you want knocking at your door. Like, they're just like, the rough and ready types of the streets. Like, They're probably looking to see what you got in your house more than asking you for trick or treating.
Hey Neil, how are you? Yeah. Yeah, well, like I was saying, I had one kid last year, and they're fucking something else. Some of them, I had one kid come to the door, and last year we were giving out a bag of chips, crisps, and a chocolate bar to each kid, right? And this one kid, I was handing him a bag of Doritos and a chocolate bar, and the kid grabs the bag of Doritos. He goes, "I don't like Doritos. Can I have something else?"
Yeah, no.
Like, really? Oh, put it in
That's
your
all there
fucking bag.
is.
Is
That's
no,
all there is.
yeah.
Slam.
You can have the chocolate bar now. Fuck off. No. Oh, oh yeah, something else, man. But hey, kids today, right? Kids today are more grown up than the kids before. I don't know. Um, there you go.
It's nothing like it used to be. Like when I was a kid,
White lightning, and then probably be yeah.
I don't drink white lightning, so you're right, mate.
Uh, I remember going when I was a kid. We used to go to this one house. There used to be this house. It was just a small little street that connected a couple other streets, and there was only one house on that little connecting street. And it was an old house. It had been there for years, and the guy wouldn't move when they were developing. And the house was probably built in the late 1800s or early 1900s, whatever.
Wow.
And he had lived in there for years, and he would hand out candy. And I remember, everyone would be so afraid to walk up to his door, though.
Wow.
Yeah, that guy's crazy, man. He's a serial killer.
Serial killer.
Yeah, he wasn't a serial killer. He was just a freaky looking dude, right? Because his hair was always messed and it was a little long and shit. He just looked like an odd kind of guy. And hey, he lives by himself. What else does he have in that house? And obviously, you heard all sorts of legends and myths and shit that he would, like, abduct kids and hold them captive in his basement in a
The
cage.
burps.
Yeah. So the kids are like, I'm not going up there. So it was a big dare on Halloween to go up there, and I never had a problem. I went up. Hey, look, there's nothing to it, man. The guy trick or treat, bang, throws in whatever. I mean, you look to see what the guy gave you, because you never know. It's another thing. It's like the guy gives you like poison apples and shit. He would just give us fucking candy. It's just regular candy.
That's right. I don't think we had many. I don't remember anybody like that in the street. I remember working with a bloke years ago in a printing factory, and everybody avoided him. He was on the machine on his own, and he was on this last press.
Mm-hmm.
And he had one guy who didn't really talk to him a lot, and I said, "What's the matter with the bloke on the end machine?" He goes, "Oh, no one really talks to him." I said, "Why is that?" "He murdered his wife." He goes, "Fucking what?" And then you're, yeah. And it was, yeah.
Yeah. I know there was a guy at my work, actually, where I used to work. Same thing, man. There was a guy that he served. I think it was 20 years. 20 years in prison for killing his wife.
Yeah.
And he got a job. They allowed him employment because he served his time and everything else, and people would just stay away from him because they're all freaked out, right?
Yeah.
Even 20 years later, but shit like that people don't forget, obviously.
No, this is the thing with this guy. This guy was a big burly bloke, like bald head, muscle head. And he had basically "fuck off, leave me alone" written all over his face,
Yeah.
And totally nice, quiet bloke. When you did talk to him, he was pretty reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
He just didn't come across as the way he was portrayed. But everybody gave him a wide berth. And every time you go in the staff room, we used to have a half-hour break, 45-minute break, like sometimes during the shift. You go in the canteen, like, and he'd be sat on his own. And he was proper, like, leave that guy alone.
Well, I knew a girl I went to school with, and I remember on Halloween. It was Halloween that she fucking she fucking killed her little brother, stabbed him to
Oh,
death. And this is not too far from where I used to live, like just in
that's
behind
not
where I
good, is it?
lived. And of course, she spent time in a fucking mental institution, because she was all fucked up, and she kept saying that fucking Satan made her do it. You
But
get
she
that
actually
all.
got out, like, with that.
Yeah. So
Like, talking about people getting out like this, there's an individual we got in this country, like, real horrible individual,
yeah.
who's apparently just been given parole
Oh
for
yeah.
this for the third time, and
Really?
he was involved with that Jamie Bulger cage that
Yeah.
was years ago in the UK, '93, and I think he's just got out. Like, Venables has just got out.
Wow.
So there you go. Like, and people are always saying with him, like, at the end of the day, the way he is, like, he'd probably do it again, because he already got caught with a load of child porn last
Yeah.
time he was out. So yeah,
Yeah. There's a lot of crazy people out
lot
there,
of
man.
lot of fucking insane things happening, like, with people getting out like that shouldn't get out. I think there was somebody else who got let out recently and ended up murdering an entire family or something. Like, he got let out as well, like, just in the last few years.
Yeah. Entire
Yeah.
family. An
Entire
entire
family, yeah.
family.
He went in and did an entire family, and it was like it was something to do with why he got locked up in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why he went out, and and just did the entire family.
Yeah. It's
Nuts, isn't it?
hey Mark one, how you doing? Yeah. It's fucking insane, man. Like
Fucked up.
one of the big ones here was what's his name, Paul Bernardo,
Oh yeah.
right? And his fucking wife, she got out because she started testifying against him, right? And but the fucking shit she fucking did, she got out. you know I couldn't fucking believe that they released her. She to me, I think she was just as much guilty as he was of what they had done to those kids, those girls.
Right, man. Yeah. All
You
right.
know, fuck. Watching those old videos of those two fucking doing what they were doing to the kids and shit. It's like, come on, you know. But yet now she's free as a bird, living a life. Um, I think she got her fucking. She's a fucking teacher now or some shit like that.
What? How
Yeah,
the fuck
yeah.
she managed to get that job?
I don't know, man. I think she's a teacher or something. She's assumed a new name. She doesn't have the same name. So I mean, people don't know who she is because she moved to an entire different part of the country. But still, it doesn't take much for somebody.
That's wrong, man. Because
I know, I know.
if anybody has anything to do with any violent offence
Mhm.
in this country, you're not allowed to work in a fucking school for a
No,
start.
no, no, absolutely
You know,
not.
you know.
Yes, I don't know if it's for sure, but I'm almost certain she got a job as a teacher or a lawyer or some shit like that. I got to look it up, but
Probably a lawyer would be understandable.
but
Like, if
but
she
even
studied
so,
law
man,
inside, yeah, they
here's
still
this
out of order,
fucking
isn't it?
woman that caused so much grief and pain to a couple families, right? It's fucking insane.
Yeah, it's not good, that, is it?
No, it's not. People get away with fucking hell,
Mm.
and I think a lot of it reflects on when people, again, going back to Halloween, people fucking, oh, Halloween, you don't want your kids dressing up for Halloween at school. Some of these schools won't even allow them to dress up. You want your kids to come to school, they can dress up in orange and black t-shirts. Are you fucking kidding me? Come on. The kids want to dress up, let them dress up.
I think that's it. They don't have it in this country. I mean, they have hassle with kids, like, just coming into school. There was this
Yeah.
one lad coming to school. He had a weird haircut.
Yeah.
He had this great big mane of hair on the top of his head, and then he had down the side here, all shaved, curved into the back of his head, like.
Yeah.
Coming to school, he got fucking banned. Got sent back home. Like a haircut was
Really?
not appropriate for the school. He had I mean, he had a school uniform on and everything as well, like which is
Yeah.
probably another reason why it didn't go on. You know, but I mean, he had the haircut looked really cool for him, like but no, you can't have it. Not allowed to have it.
Wow.
Purple was another one. Somebody went to school with purple hair. Sent back home.
Well,
Mm.
I know we again where I used to work, they one of the girls, she'd come in with this with purple hair, and they told her she had to leave. She couldn't come back, right? And of course she went after them and she won her case.
I remember when I was at school when it went back in the 80s, and I remember
Hmm.
there was this lad. He was called Ian. Like everybody called him Sid,
Hmm.
and he went a little bit haywire, like towards the end of school in
Yeah.
fifth year. And he came into school one day like wearing a fucking Kafkan, like big fucking multicolored Kafkan, like with his hair dyed in red and yellow, as I remember, and he was wearing no shoes on his feet. And he come in like, and everybody's like, "Fuck me, what's going on here?" Like, And next thing you know, by about 3 hours of being in school, you can't be wearing this in school. And, I'm afraid you're going to be suspended. Like, and they actually suspended him for a week, like until he got his
Wow.
head back together. But he went a little bit AWOL, like that's why he did it. You know, but
Yeah, I mean, there are people who are insane, and then there are people who do it. Fucking, they know, like they're not insane. They just do it for
just
prank,
did it
right?
for some. Fuck knows what you said. I went up to him. I said, "Are you all right, man?" And he's going, "Yeah, man, peace."
Peace. Oh man. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. We had some pretty fucked up people in school. That's for sure. We
Oh
had.
my god, yeah, we had
I
some
remember
crack.
there's one kid that. Oh man, what they did to the poor guy, man. Holy shit. I just remember he was just a little odd, man. Just a very odd, and somebody picked up on it. So they started, and now it would be considered bullying. You'd never get a lot you'd never get away with it now, but
No,
back then they were one kid got a hold of him and said, "Hey man, you, you interested in girls?" And he's like, "Well, yeah, of course, right?" So the one guy started writing to him as if he
no,
was one of the girls in the class,
no. That's
and
not good.
hand it to him, and it would say shit like, hey, his name was Jeff. Hey Jeff, do you want to meet me by the school pool at 4 o'clock? And of course, he'd get all excited and say, "Holy shit, yeah, definitely, definitely, right?"
Turn up at 4 o'clock, like get
four
beat.
o'clock, and there's no girl there, obviously, and he'd be like all disappointed. Okay, well, I guess she had to do something or whatever, right? And then they'd keep giving this guy notes, and the guy would keep showing up at these places, and of course, she never showed up. So they took it a little further, and they said, "Hey, Jeff, you gotta learn. You gotta learn to walk like you're a fucking cool guy, right?" So they made this fucking kooky fucking walk for the guy to emulate, and he would do it. And they said, "Okay, now you want to make sure everybody knows you're cool, Jeff. So now you need to walk through the school cafeteria at lunch, and walk from one door to the other so everybody can see you walking cool, right?" And of course, oh yeah, okay, 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 right. So fucking he walks into the school cafeteria, and they're all sitting down. It's noisy, and all of a sudden he's walking. He's like walking really weird, right? And everyone's like, "What the fuck's wrong with this guy? This guy's fucked, right?" And he thinks they're all thinking he's cool because that's what he was told. It'd look cool if he did this, right? Kind of like John Travolta in fucking Grease, the way he
Yeah.
walked. And people are just laughing. And anyways, he fucking booted out of there. Um, I do. Yes, I do have a smoke machine, Mark. Yeah, there's a fog machine out there. It'll be going all night long, probably. I got a lot of juice for it. So yeah,
I have one
definitely.
upstairs in the loft, like, but it's got a load of tobacco essence in it.
Oh yeah.
Not very good. Like, it stinks the place out. Right?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. I've got a lot of fog juice, so it'll be going. Like I said, I'll probably do a walk through tonight. Maybe after the kids, or I don't know. All the kids are there. I don't know. We'll
Or
see.
go down and walk through the graveyard like early hours. You know.
Yeah, well, I've got this here, but this is kind of gives you an idea. Not really.
What the? What's that all about, man? Is that a street light in the middle of it?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Different.
Yeah, yeah. Some of the displays I've seen so far this year have been insane, but people literally spend thousands upon thousands of dollars to do up their front lawn.
Don't know. I'm waiting now because it's gonna come soon, and you know, Christmas starts. I'm sure it's gonna
Yeah,
start next month. Like you
I
know,
know Christmas, man. Just that's going to be insane.
I can't.
It's it's when
I hate this time of year. I really do.
what Christmas?
Yeah, hate it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's everybody spends so much fucking money. They overspend, and
Oh, I don't.
you know. No, but I mean, some people like what the fuck? Why bother? It's insane some of the money people spend.
I don't know. It's just coming. It just seems to start earlier and earlier. I think somebody. I remember somebody putting a post up on a Facebook thing, and somebody put in a comment. It's not even fucking November yet. you know, like
Yeah,
you know. So
I know. I know.
So you say, yeah, but it's just such an obvious statement, like really, isn't it?
I know. People, you know, now here they've got you walk into a store or whatever else, they got the Christmas shit out already.
Mm.
I'm like, fuck, it's not Halloween's today. Like, let's get through Halloween first.
Oh, we went in the top. We went in the shop today. I went in Tesco's today, and they just cleared a whole load of shelf of probably Halloween stuff,
Yeah.
and they're now probably laying it out for something else. Like probably knowing, look, it's probably Christmas.
Well, you don't have a major holiday in between now and Christmas, right?
No, the kids were off school like not so long back for the what they call it, the autumn term break. So they're back at school this week. So no, I don't think we have anything until Christmas now.
Like I know in the States they have their Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we don't have Thanksgiving over here.
Yeah, no, we had ours already. Ours was a couple weeks ago, but they have theirs uh in late. What is it? The third? I think it's the third week in November.
Right.
Hey Sab, how are you? And they obviously one of the big things around Thanksgiving down there is Black Friday. Where people just go
That's what I'm
fucking
waiting. That's what I'm waiting for. The 24th of fucking November.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm waiting for that day because I'm gonna buy a TV on that day.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know?
So I mean, people go fucking nuts on Black Friday, and fuck, I don't know. My my wife and her friends they go down there and I mean, yeah, they get some great deals, but fuck, it's I don't know, man. I think to me it seems like it's getting fucking more insane.
Well,
Like,
it is. I mean, it is. The prices are insane.
well, the prices. I'm talking about the crowds.
Oh
Like
yeah, people
these
just
people
love them.
fighting over this shit.
Do you remember that one last year? I think it was in Best Buy, wasn't it? They had a video of some guy in there. They had these TVs that come in. There was like a load of fucking tellies, and they're all in boxes. and there's people fucking fighting each other, beating each other up just to pick these TVs up, like, you know.
Yeah.
Then their TVs were a ridiculous price, like, something like, get a 55-inch TV for 200 quid. Like, it's like, no.
Well, I know. Yeah. Last year, one of the big deals, you could have got a 70-inch LG. I think it was a 70-inch
Wow.
LG, and here it was for $299 American. So you figure that's,
Wow, man, that's
I don't know how
fucking
many.
barely over 100 and fucking
Yeah.
some 75 for us.
Yeah, for you guys.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's insane. Some of the deals, like literally, they just want to clear out some space for new
It's
malls
old.
and shit.
Yeah, you got to be careful because it's not sometimes the new stuff, it's sometimes last year's. That's why
But
they're getting rid of it.
yeah, but even so, for that price, fuck.
Oh, fucking right. You
Sure.
can't moan at a
No.
70-inch TV like for
Yeah.
£175. Like, no
Yeah.
way can you moan at that.
No, I'll take it. Fuck yeah.
I would definitely have a 75-inch TV at that price, but it would
Yeah.
have to be. I would hope at the end of the day it wasn't some old fucking thing from the year before or the old 2022 TV that had something fucking wrong with that particular model. Like, that
Mhm.
people are constantly complaining about. Oh, it only lasted me for fucking 6 weeks and it died.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah, definitely. If they bring out, I mean, a Hisense, I'm looking for Hisense this year. If they have one of those, I'm looking for probably a 55, or if I can find anything bigger, probably a 60-inch
Hmm.
or a 65-inch, or if there's anything below fucking 300 quid, I'm having it. But it's got to be something that I know. It's got to be either a Hisense, TCL, Samsung, or LG.
Yeah.
Sony Bravias are right out the fucking window, man. They're too expensive.
They are. And I had a Sony not too long ago, and I wasn't I mean, it was okay. I wasn't too happy with it. I switched. I grabbed a fucking LG 4K.
Yeah, man, that's
Um
what I'm after, like 4K
and
Ultra
and
HD.
yeah, beautiful TV. I don't know. I think they're making good TVs.
They
Right?
are at the moment, man. They're chucking out some really. I mean, everybody's been slating Hisense for a good while, but this year their TVs are on par, like with £1,500 TVs, like I mean, for what you get, like, I mean, the UK7 and the UK8 are the best TVs they've brought out. They're just wiping the floor. I mean, you could have a Sony Bravia next to it,
Yep.
or in certain cases, they've done a Samsung against it, and the Hisense just fucking blowing it away, like and the Samsung's like £1,200, like and
Mhm.
this the UK7s, I think at the moment are about 750 quid at the moment,
Yeah.
and yeah, they're just blowing them out of the water.
Wow.
Picture wise, it's unreal.
And this is the Hisense?
Yeah, the Hisense is just they've got these TVs now, man. It's just got so many menus on it for so many things you can do with it. To have it in different things. They have it in theater mode, or movie mode or something like that. They have it in bright, the sports mode, game mode, anything, just anything, and you just even on standard, it blows it away. Like it's just unreal.
And they're what? They're a budget TV from
They're supposed to be, yeah. They're supposed to be a budget
what is
TV.
what is it? Panasonic? No, it's two companies or something that got together and that formed that company, wasn't it?
I don't know. As far as I know, they're based in India.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'm
But
thinking of another.
the biggest thing that they've had sponsoring them for years
Mhm.
is the World Cup and anything to do
Oh
with
yeah.
FIFA. So I mean, when you want to watch a football game, watch it on Hisense. So that's what they're doing at the moment. I mean,
Mm.
a lot of them, like Melissa's on it, who was on here. I don't know if she's here. She bought a TV from Hisense, and it lasted a 14-month, and it died.
Oh
There's a
really?
bit of a risk, like, but at the end of the day, that was a TV model from 2022, I think it was, or 2021. So they've apparently redefined that in the last 12 months, and
Hmm.
they're unreal. I think they're a budget company. TCL are slowly creeping up in the background. They're slowly coming off the scale as well. Like yeah, that's right. Hisense makes
Yeah.
Samsung screens. They do, and no, funny enough, Samsung
Mhm.
actually supply their screens to Sony as well. Apparently,
Really?
Yeah, so that's something else I found out just recently.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's yeah, well, I know I think my father-in-law picked up a TV, Hisense TV, and I believe it was a 70-inch,
Hmm.
and he's been pretty happy with it. So
Well, Seth says he looked at one in Curry's, looked a bit pixelated close up. Yeah, well, you're not supposed to really look at it close up. At the end of the day,
yeah,
like you're supposed to have it sort of sat back about 5.5 meters, 5.5 inches
yeah,
back, like from it, or probably a bit further back than that,
yeah.
5 feet.
I mean, I'm tempted. I'm tempted to get like right now. We've got a 52 LG, which is pretty good. But I'm tempted to go a little bigger. I'm tempted,
But
and
once you get big TVs, mate, that's it. You don't want to go lower, do you? I mean,
no, no, fuck
the
no.
biggest mistake I had was getting that Sony Bravia I had at the shop, and that was 55 inch. It lasted me about 4 weeks, and then it died completely. But once I had that, I had to have a big TV. So when the Samsung Curve came in,
Hmm.
I had to have that. That was 55-inch Curve TV. I mean, that's 2014 TV, and it's still as good, but it doesn't have 4K. It has Ultra
Mm.
HD.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Hey, Ali, how are you? Yeah, I remember. I don't know. Remember years ago when the rear projection screens were huge,
oh, have you
and
seen the new ones?
no, I haven't seen the new ones. I mean, I remember I picked up one of the first ones. I picked up a 70-inch Toshiba rear projector,
Wow.
and it was a great TV, but the fucking thing would overheat like crazy.
Yeah,
It
Toshiba, like there's another company that TVs don't last long with.
They used to have great TVs, but now they're just they're
We
the
used to have a company,
quality.
used to have a company up the road, like from where I live, like Toshiba,
Yeah.
and a guy I used to work with, he used
Hmm.
to work there on the line.
Yep.
He said, I remember one day I was in there, like, and I slowed up,
Hmm.
and the whole fucking line went by him, and it fucking all collapsed at the end. Like about 50 tellies, like all got destroyed. Like he lost his job that day. Yeah, but that was before Toshiba moved out of the city. But
Yeah.
I tell you, if you're talking about projection TVs, Hisense do one at the moment, right? You get
Mhm.
this screen, it rolls out, you put it on the board, stick it on the wall. It's like fucking 100 fucking inches, and you have this thing sat on a little box on the front,
Mhm.
shines up on the screen, and it's fucking 4D, it's 3D, 4K, Ultra HD,
Wow, that's
and the
cool.
picture when it fucking shines up on the screen, it looks real.
Yeah.
You could actually touch it, and it looks like your hand doesn't go on it, like if you stick your hand in front of it,
Mhm.
it fucking somehow molds itself to that fucking screen. Like it's unreal.
That's insane.
Yeah,
That's
they
insane.
call it forward projection. From
Forward projection, yeah.
it's just literally a box
Yeah.
on the front, and it shines up on this big screen. Huge, man.
That's crazy, yeah.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, I liked mine, but, what a pain in the ass it was to get rid of and move because it was so big, right? I mean, it was on
Right.
wheels and shit, but still.
Is that the
Fucking
one with the box in it, and with the
yeah,
thing that shone up
the
shone up
big
inside it?
box, right?
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
the big
yeah.
box, and it had the screen itself was like a tethered fiberglass sort of screen,
Yeah,
and I mean it was great. The picture was really clear. Like I mean
I've
I
seen one of
was
those in an abandoned building
yeah
down here
yeah
somewhere. There was a place that Matt did
mm,
that a few last year. It's now demolished. It was an old sort of ROAB club. I can't remember what they call them. There's some
mm,
sort of special sort of. It's like a drinking establishment, like
yeah
And there was this. They had that rear projection TV in it. You're on about. It was in there.
yeah. I
Yeah.
mean it was great. I mean I had it for years. Oh man I probably had it for a good at least 10 years.
But they were something like fucking 50 inch or something. Were they or 40, 45 or
I
something?
had a
42?
70-inch.
70, man. That's
Ah, yes,
fucking
sir, man.
huge.
I had it. It was humongous, man. And when I first bought it, I was living in a small little apartment, townhouse apartment.
Wow, man must have taken up half the fucking room.
Yeah, it was the whole fucking wall almost, right? But we moved. When we moved, we said, "Oh fuck, I don't know if I want to take this with us."
Just
It's
leave it there.
yeah. I managed to find it at home. So I don't know how much longer it lasted after that, but yeah, fuck, almost 10 years I had it for. We had it for.
Wow, man,
So,
they were unique, weren't they?
yeah, I mean, you didn't need to fucking turn the heat on, that's for sure, because that thing would fucking heat up a room.
That's the same sort of philosophy as the plasma TVs. Like,
Yeah, all the
they
fun.
were like that as well, weren't
Well, the TV behind this poster is a fucking old Samsung plasma. It works. It still works. It's still
they?
pretty good.
Wow,
It's not bad.
cool.
But that thing is, it's 15 years old at least.
Do you know what? When it gets over 12 years old, everything inside it welds up.
Yeah.
So then it's
Well,
just a giant heater. That's
mhm.
what it is.
I mean,
Yeah.
this guy still goes. I mean, I'll use the Fire Stick on it, and yeah, it's still pretty
Cool,
good.
man.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
I had a plasma like, and I got rid of it this last year.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I had it upstairs as a towel rack for 12 years.
towel rack.
Yeah, but I started. No, I wasn't. I wasn't 12 years. I didn't have it upstairs for 12. I had it. I bought it in 2008. It was a Panasonic Viera plasma,
Okay.
and it was a 42 inch. And
Hmm.
when I got it, it was 720 at the time. I think it was pretty good.
720. Yeah.
720, and
Yeah.
so, and I had it up. I used it for 10 years, and then I remember we had a big summer around about 2008. We had a stinking hot summer. And I remember just sitting in the house one day, like, and it was like it was a 2 bar fire on. I was like, fucking hell, it's fucking roasting in front of that TV, like, And so I literally stopped using it. And so then he then went upstairs from 2018,
Hmm.
and he just sat upstairs in my bedroom as a towel rack for a bit. And then I just thought, well, I can't get rid of it. But then I just put it on that marketplace, and some bloke bought it off me for 20 quid.
Oh wow.
And he said, I'm going to put it in my kid's bedroom. I said, you do know these things get fucking hot, don't you? He's going, yeah. I said,
I don't
well,
have to turn the heat
careful.
on now.
Yeah. I said, be careful with it. Like, and then I said, do you want it? He said, do you want to sell it? I said, well, yeah, but I'm just warning you. Be careful, it gets hot.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much fucking the technology now, though. Holy crap, man! It just blows your mind. Some of these TVs
Oh, man.
just blow.
You keep going on about that old that TV that come out and was so great, and I can't find them anywhere.
What's that? The the light project or the DLPs.
The DLPs.
Oh fuck, man! I wish I had a bought one of those.
Do you know what? The DLPs, I don't see any of those around.
No, you don't see those anywhere, man.
They're
Those
lit. They even went there, and they did come out. They were for sale for about 2 years or something when they were out.
and the prices, they were insane. They're like
Yeah,
fucking, up as high as 10 grand.
yeah.
They were so fucking expensive, man.
I haven't seen any of those. You don't even see them secondhand.
No,
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 no one chucks them away.
no, because I mean, if they have them, they probably still have them because they're probably still good TVs.
They're probably still good TVs.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, at the time, they were great. I remember watching a thing because that's when you had HD was duking it out with Blu-ray,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember they were using HD discs and playing the HD discs on this thing, and I'm like, wow, this is incredible, man. Full HD. Oh, hey Cal, how are you?
I bet they worked really great, like with HD DVD.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know.
I wish I used to have an HD player, when it first came out, and I wish I still had it because it was great.
I got one. I got one down here. It's the
Oh yeah,
second player.
yeah.
Yeah, it's. I bought one. It was one of the best ones you could get at the
Hmm.
time. Toshiba
Yep.
ones, and I brought home Swordfish on it to watch,
Oh wow, short
which was a HD
swordfish.
DVD. But guess what? It was. It came on Warner Brothers, didn't it?
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
of course, the Warner Brother discs all had disc rot. So I brought it home and I put it on the player and it wouldn't play. And I was like, "What the fuck's wrong with this thing?" And I smashed the fucking thing up. And then I thought, "Oh fuck, wait!" And then I went down the shop and I was lucky to find another one in the same place I bought the other. I said, "You wouldn't happen to have another one?" And he's going, "Fucking hell, no." I said, "Look, I could see it up at the top there, and it's got it written on the front,
Mhm.
HD DVD, and it lights up when you switch it on. The blue light lights up HD DVD, and I was so lucky. I paid £35 for it. I've
Mhm.
now got I've got now about 40 HD films.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, and as long as you go for Universal and I can't remember who the other one is. And you stay away from Warner's, you get all the best. Yeah, and there's some top-notch films out there. I never knew how many films actually really, until I sort of looked through it, how many actually came out on HD DVD. It's unreal.
Mhm.
For the what was it that came out? Was it 2006 and then it finished 2008?
Yeah.
You
Couple
know
of.
that yeah, it was about 2 years. In that 2 years, man, there's about nearly a million fucking releases. Like if you can
Mhm.
find them. I mean, the Warner ones were insane, man. There was TV shows and everything on that.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Like one movie that was just absolutely phenomenal when it finally made its I think it was what a Blu-ray. It was a Blu-ray release, and that was Kubrick's 2001.
do you know somebody just put that out? They've just done a release in the UK in one place of it on the 70 mil.
Yeah, well, it was shot in
Yeah,
70 mil, right? I
yeah.
mean
They've
that
just
that's
the cinemas are just redoing. There's one
yeah.
place that's just done it recently, and apparently it's off the scale. Like,
Yeah, fucking
mm,
Kubrick. That's what he do. Shot in 70K. And in fact, I think he was one of the only directors that would shoot his films in
7
70
mil.
millimeter, right?
Yeah,
And that's why people would used to get pissed off. Well, why is there no letterbox? Why is there no letterbox of this? Why is there no widescreen?
because
Because it's shot already like that.
shot in white.
You
Yeah,
don't
why do
need
we need to put it in
you,
letterbox? Yeah,
yeah, you don't need to. You'd fuck up the scope,
exactly. You
the
lose half
ratio.
the fucking screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, seeing his movies in the theater at the time, I remember here they had this. It was called the Cinesphere, and and they had a big ass fucking screen. This place was huge. I can't remember the size of the screen, but they would literally test out the original IMAX theater cameras, the 70 millimeter cameras, and it was it was just amazing. The picture
Was
was
that like a bit like Cinemarama?
yeah, just this
Yeah,
huge, right? Like
yeah.
literally, you sit back, you'd have to sit
You
back on
surround
an
you, didn't it?
angle, right? And it
Yeah,
was complete surround.
yeah.
And I remember watching 2001 on this thing and going, wow, this is fucking amazing,
Yeah,
man.
it's an awesome film, man.
Incredible, man.
Yeah, incredible film.
Next thing you need to do is after what is that watching Kubrick's footage of the moon landing.
Is that Capricorn 1?
Capricorn one, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen that. That's coming out on. I think that's coming out on 4K soon. I think that
Capricorn one?
Yeah, I think it
Yeah.
is. I think I did see it. I did see somebody mention it on one of the on Facebook groups.
Hmm.
I think it's coming out soon.
Well, that'd be cool, man. That'd be cool. Like some of that shit just
It's a great film, like, isn't it?
well, yeah, a lot of these guys were well ahead of their well ahead of the game
You
because
have to ask then at the end of the day, did he actually film the moon landings or not?
well, yeah,
Like,
exactly. You watch some of these moon landings and you go, "Is this real?" Like
yeah,
it just seems so odd. And how the fuck did we get all that technology up there, especially for the live feeds?
exactly. In Tim
How
Foil as
the
well.
fuck did we get the live feeds all the way back to the Earth? It just makes you wonder.
I don't know. I mean, it's a big debate, and
Yeah.
I look at it as '69. I know the reasons for '69. If you watch the backstory to
Hmm.
'69, it's the race to get there before the Russians, even though
Hmm.
the Russians had given up on going there
Hmm.
by '68. Um, the Americans were President Kennedy said in 1961, I think it was, after his inauguration,
Hmm.
that he said that we have to get a man on the moon and back to Earth within 10 years.
Hmm.
And that was his famous speech. So
Yep.
they had to do it for him because he got shot, obviously, in '63, didn't he?
Oh
So
yeah.
so they had to do it for him, and I wonder sometimes for the conspiracy theory, I sometimes wonder if they rushed it to get there. They then went again, '72.
Hmm.
They went again with Apollo 13, didn't they?
Hmm.
Apollo 13, it fucking blew up halfway up there, and then they had to
Yep.
fucking come back. And when they came back, they saw how fucking bad it was when they took a picture of it. It was amazing. It was still in one piece,
Exactly.
and uh, and 20 what was the other one? Apollo 14. And I think was the last time we went there was 74, wasn't it? I think it was the
Something
last,
like that. Yeah.
yeah,
Sometime.
74. And I tend to think either 70, 72, 74. I think they were the times that they went.
I'm just amazed that they have taken so long to go back up there.
Well, I mean, this is another thing as well, isn't it? Why
Mm.
why stay away from it for so long
I mean, I think it would be an amazing feat to go back there,
and
to
get
go
more
back
stuff?
there
Yeah,
and and do whatever they can. Because I mean, look, let's face it. I mean, the moon is right there.
yeah, and it's
Yeah.
got a ton of stuff on it that's apparently
Yeah.
sort us all out.
You know, in terms of minerals
Minerals, yeah.
that are very precious that we can somehow get back here on the earth.
And
Who
if
knows?
everybody has them, like they're all apparently there's something up there. Like if we get it, we're all billionaires,
Mm, yeah.
but they won't do it
No.
because
No.
somebody wants that money. Probably, like that's why. Not everybody
Yeah.
else.
Some commercial
So
like Elon Musk.
yeah, helium free. Yeah, that's it.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, helium free. Well, if they, that's if they get that, I don't think everybody's going to be that free willing to let it go, are they? They're going to be all like, "We want the money. Fuck everybody else."
Well, it's like a lot of things, but I mean, just the feat to get back there again and be a little bit more.
I think we should. I
Well,
think the
yeah,
amount of technology that we've done since 1969, we could go up there regular.
even a fucking rover. I don't
Exactly.
you don't even I mean, I think, what was it? Was it Japan that put a rover up, or China?
I
One of
think
them put a rover up there, I
China
think.
just done it. No, India landed a thing up there, didn't they? Not so long back, and they landed something up there, and they were like, "Well, we've done it," and everybody's like thinking, "Well, yeah, but you got people starving in your fucking country, and
Mm,
you're more worried about that."
yeah. I mean,
So,
for fuck's sakes, they're putting rovers on Mars. Come on, you can do it to the moon.
well, Mars is a long term in it. That's a one-way ticket
Yeah.
because of where it is. So you would have to literally put somebody up there with a lot of experience, and they would have to go up there and basically live their life up there, never come back. Because it takes ages to get there, doesn't it? I think it takes something like fucking a few years to get there, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, you'd have to get some suicidal people. I shouldn't
So
say
yeah,
that.
one way. It's a one way ticket, isn't it?
Well, that's
Really?
what it is. I mean, are you willing
Are
to
you willing to go up there on your
go up
own?
there and you're that's it. You're gone. I mean, are you willing to spend the rest of your life most likely alone?
Alone, or if you take
And
somebody up there,
it'd be
what's
a struggle for God knows how long, to get some sort of, you know, I don't know, man. It
I
just
don't know what's the percentage up there as well. Apparently, it's what 1.5 or something. Is it pressure or something to us?
I don't know, man. It's I don't know. Can they find somebody that would want to do that? Spending the
I
rest
don't
of
know.
their
Give me
life.
enough money, like I'll go up there.
Well, that's the thing. And if you get
You know,
enough, if you get enough money, what are you going to do with it?
what am I going to do with it? Exactly. Like,
Exactly.
yeah.
You can't spend it over there.
I don't know. Maybe
Your
just
money's no good here, John.
yeah. Maybe just go up there and savor it.
But
Yeah.
I mean, then they give you the opportunity to say, look at, well, within 5 years we'll be able to have this new carrier sort of system where we could pick you back up and bring you back home, sort of
I
thing.
think there's already something that could do that. They just don't want to tell
Could
us.
possibly. I mean, how long does it take to get to Mars roughly?
I think it's something like
8 months, 9 months?
no, it's longer than it's longer than
Is it longer than that?
yeah. It's a long journey.
Yeah.
It takes you. I'm sure it's a few years.
Oh, is it? I don't know.
I know for a fact it's a lot. It's literally a one way trip because of the amount of time it'll take you to get up there and then come and get. I mean, also you got to try and get off the fucking thing as well. Like you don't know what it's like to get off.
Oh, it takes about 3 days.
3 days.
Oh, wait. No, that's to the moon. Hold on.
It takes longer than that.
It takes about 7 months.
7 months.
7 months at Earth speed. It takes about roughly 7 months and about 300 million miles,
Yeah,
which is
300
about,
million miles.
yeah, so about 8 months.
You sure it's not 8 years?
7 months.
All
That's what they're saying here.
right. I've always thought it was long
That's
distance.
that's on NASA. So
All right.
NASA says it takes about 7 months roughly to get to Mars.
That's a big commitment, isn't it? I think the moon
Yeah.
was 2 months or something. I remember it was a little while to get up there.
Yes. So I mean, who knows? I mean, it's okay, folks. We'll give you $100 million to go to Mars. Okay, and then but the problem is, how do I get back to use that
Exactly. How do you
$100
get back
million
to
dollars?
it's getting off the thing because no one knows how to to get off it. How are you going to get off it?
Yeah, exactly. And I mean,
So
you better let me fucking when I'm signing that agreement, if I don't make it back, that $100 million goes to someone in my family. Because
and
that's
also
fucking,
like landing on it as well is apparently a bit of a fucking
yeah,
as well.
yeah. That's fucking crazy. One-way trip.
Yeah, I think it is. It's a one-way trip.
One-way trip right now. I mean, it's going to be years before we can even contemplate being able to travel between.
Unless we're going to start using some sort of UFO technology that we've already got.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to be doing it.
Imagine that though. Imagine space travel between Earth and Mars.
I think it's
The
probably already happened.
the money they'd be able to fucking generate to make on so many levels. I mean, obviously, some of the first things that they would do when they go there is to excavate and to propagate. What we're
Must below.
dealing.
Yeah.
What are we dealing with here on Mars? I mean, they've got an idea because of the rovers and shit.
Yeah, the rovers are showing it, isn't it? They're showing the weather. I mean, it does
Yeah.
apparently there's loads of, it's like, it's light apparently sometimes all the time. It's dark sometimes all the time. It's fucking freezing, well below, I mean, mega freezing cold at night and really hot during the day. So,
Yeah, it's pretty fucking insane, man. Just I mean, and again, yeah, like you said, John, with the technology that we have now since the late 60s, fucking it would just like now would amaze you what we could do.
this is why we need to go back. Like we need to go back to the moon. Maybe the moon is the stepping stone to Mars.
Well, I think so. Well, yeah, you look at travel, like I mean, essentially can, I guess, travel between the moon and Earth. And it's been done, obviously, supposedly done, of
Mm.
course. But I mean, now with the technology that we have, versus the technology we had in the late 70s, late 60s, early 70s, come on. I mean, I just don't understand why this hasn't been done yet.
I think there was a lot to do with it at the time. I always remember there was apparently they were supposed to go up to Apollo 20, wasn't it?
Hmm.
But they cancelled it after Apollo 14, I think it was, wasn't it? 14
Yeah.
was the last.
Yeah.
So after that, how was it 14? Yeah. No, it's Apollo 16, isn't it? I think no 16. And then there was another four. There was another four wants to go up there, but they've said no. We're going to scrap it. We've done it. We've done enough. There's no need to go up there anymore. And so they
Yeah.
didn't
Yeah.
bother.
Exactly.
And they were. I think at the time, I think who was it? Who was in charge then? I think it was just after the Watergate scandal, wasn't it? Nixon, and
And there
then
was
who was it? Gerald Ford was in at the time. Like,
Ford. Yeah.
yeah. So Ford went fuck that. No, we don't. There's not enough money to do it anymore. So get rid of it. We've done it. Why do we need to carry on? And the Russians have never made. I mean, this is another thing that bugs me. The Russians never made any interest in going up there. Never.
No, 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 not at all. I mean,
Not even
you,
with the Americans going with them. Like, well, let's do a joint operation. No.
and just think, if we were to collaborate with these other countries, what we can get done. I mean, there's so much fucking technologies on all sides here.
Oh yeah.
You know. Hey, Paul, how are you? The moon is a great base station. Needs no fuel to launch from. Takes Yeah, exactly, exactly. So much fuel to get out of Earth's gravity. Exactly. I mean, this is an opportunity. I think they need to utilize. It just doesn't make any sense why. They haven't. I mean, yeah, I get it. And to build this launch platform or the technology and everything else that they need to bring up there is going to take time, obviously. But I mean, hey, why don't we start? Well, why don't we start? How do we know they haven't already started?
How do we know? Like at the end of the day, they probably got something there in Area 51 that's gone up there and fucking come back, and nobody's known anything different about it. Have they?
Mm, yeah,
At the end of the
exactly.
day, I'm sure if they've got alien fucking technology, which they're supposed to have, you know, why they aren't using it, or is it just too? Are these machines just too powerful for the human being to be sat in? You know,
Lada rockets.
yeah, ladder.
Lada.
You know.
Yeah, it's too bad. I mean, but I'm sure. Well, they're talking about what is it, a manned mission next year or 2 years or 3 years from now to the moon. But as far as I know, I don't know if they're getting off or landing on the moon. They're just going to observe the moon from space.
Why need to? Why do that?
I, I
Stop
I
that.
I don't know if that's what it is, but I
Yeah.
from what I understand, they're not actually touching. Actually, man will be touching foot on the moon itself. So I don't know what that has to do with and why, but observation. Come on, how many times do we need to observe this thing? Get up there. I mean, there's no reason why you can't. Oh, they are getting off on the moon. Okay, so they are getting off on the moon. So I mean, I guess that's a positive. Here we go. Here's a start with
Yeah,
the
but it's not
techno.
happening it's happening in a few years' time, and it's another 3 or 4 years' time it's going to happen. Isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know
Why not do it
exactly.
right now?
Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. Hold on.
I don't see it happening, to be honest. Really, um, I don't know. I reckon maybe China might have a go at it. Japan wanted to go up there as well, didn't they, at one stage? And then they
Yeah.
stopped doing it. I think the world tends to just moan and say, why are you going up there when you haven't got these fucking problems sorted out on Earth? You know,
Okay. So here we go. This is it. Artemis missions. With Artemis missions, NASA will land the first women and first person of color on the moon using innovative technologies to explore more of the lunar surface than ever before. We will collaborate with international partners, establish long-term presence. Oh, okay, so they're establishing a long-term presence on the moon. Then
Mm.
when we use yeah, okay. So as a launching pad, so that's essentially what they're going to be doing. This is going to be serving as a launching pad for what you may call it,
Mars.
Mars. But I mean, there's really nothing more. This is from what? This is from 2020,
Oh, right.
right? So I mean,
So it's supposed to be going up when 2025
something like that. I'm just trying to quick. Oh, by 2024. Yeah,
next year.
yeah,
Could be
2024.
could be interesting, couldn't it?
Yeah, 4 years earlier than originally planned.
Oh
Yeah,
wow! I thought it
yeah,
was later than that.
yeah. Well, they kept saying I kept hearing the 2030, but then I'm like,
Well, that's
why?
what I always heard. Like it was
Yeah,
2030.
but I'm like, why wait till 2030? I mean, come on.
You can do it. You've got the technology. You
Yeah,
can do it.
exactly.
Why are they holding it off?
I don't know.
But there's something else happening in that time, like that everybody might have passed away, or something's going on that we don't know about, and then then they're going out there. Oh yeah, let's go now. Like,
Yeah, Artemis 2 man mission. For the first time since 1972. Yeah, 1972 was the last time we went on, and it's going to be happen 2024.
wow. Well,
Um,
let's hope they go and land somewhere near Apollo 11's landing site. Then we can actually fucking finally put it to bed.
yeah,
That
see the
it's been there.
yeah, we'll see if it out. Hey DT, how are you?
No, I mean apparently they say they've got like we have Google Earth here. We got Google Moon, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know. Have you explored that? I haven't explored
I've
that.
looked at it a couple of times. It's
Yeah,
just yeah, but I haven't really. I don't know where the sites are, where the moon sites are, landing sites are. So to really go and investigate it and see if you can see it.
I love that DT. Your first movie, the movie you're going to be watching tonight is "Make Them Die Slowly." Cannibal Furax. Yeah, exactly.
Wow,
Classic from
what a
Italian classic, man.
Italian fucking
That
man movie. Like.
it's a brutal flick, and it's so
Brutal,
good.
yeah, very brutal. Mm.
Here we go. The Watchmen. The tall white, yellow, pink, and black polka dot grays own the moon. That's why NASA pussied out.
Well, they say about moon. They say moon alien base, and it's up there. They always say. They also say as well, like that when they landed on the moon
there
in
was
1969, they said they were there watching them land on the moon. Like they're going, they're here, they're watching us.
yeah. There was something else. I remember seeing years ago on somebody had it on YouTube. One of the missions to the moon. Somebody was filming with an old black and white film camera, and I think I'm not sure if it was Armstrong that was filming or one of them were filming out the window of the capsule as they were before they had landed or before or after when they were leaving, one of the two. Um, but what this footage essentially had was
Yeah, they said about that. Yeah,
structures on the moon, and I'm like, this is pretty, and watching this fucking shit was pretty haunting, whether it was real or not, I don't know, but
there's
it
a
was,
lot of photographs on that as well that show certain things like satellite dishes.
yeah, it was pretty
But
fucking haunting.
in the surface of them, there's also like a chimney in some
Yeah.
spot. It's got something coming out of it, you
Hmm.
know. But I don't know. There's a lot. Everybody would love to know the philosophy of what is on there, and it's a big fucking planet at the end of the day, isn't it?
Hmm.
Well, it's
Hey,
not a planet; it's a rock, really. At the end of the day, isn't it?
Hey Mick, how are you? Yeah, I know it's this big fucking and the thing is it hollow? It does it have a core? A lot of people say, well, it's hollow. It's metal. It's you get all
Did
these
somebody
fucking
say I had a white surface, or am I getting that middled up with Mars? Like if you scrap the surface off, it's white underneath. Like
yeah. So who knows? I mean, that's another thing that would be intriguing to see. What the moon what its core is made of. What's there? I mean, these
I mean, we
things.
got loads of moon rock. I mean,
y-
apparently there's tons of moon rock on this planet,
Yeah.
and it's not allowed to be touched by anybody else but these scientists.
Hmm.
And they say they got plenty of it to look at, and they're still finding things on it to this day. Like
Yeah.
so did they? I mean, they've also apparently got big things on there that they shine laser beams at it, every day
Hmm.
to see how far it's pulling itself away. Because apparently, it's pulling itself away from fucking Earth.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
you know, so
Exactly.
so
You hear that? Yeah. It's slowly moving away.
slowly moving away. It's
You
a
know.
few inches a year. Like
And
yeah.
imagine that. And another thing that would be pretty fucking creepy, John, would be if an asteroid hit the moon.
Well,
Imagine that.
yeah. Well, there's apparently a few have gone by in the last few years. Like they've
Yeah.
come very close.
But imagine what kind of spectacle we would experience if the moon was hit. We would definitely
I
feel it
think we'd have
down here.
problems.
We would
We
have a
would have
lot of
problems.
problems, I
Yeah,
think.
we have a lot of. I think if the moon sort of went off trajectory, I think we would have a lot of issues with water, the whole planet sort of turning round, or things just going fucking wrong. I think the moon is there as a is what keeps us as we are today. Like with our tides and our weather patterns and everything. Like it's there. It's part of the thing, isn't it? If it goes, I think everything's
Hmm.
just going to go AWA. You know.
Tides would change. Yeah, yeah,
Tides have
no,
changed, seas have changed,
yeah.
fucking places that get flooded.
Neil says NASA would have to lay people off.
Yeah, yeah. NASA, yeah,
Uh,
sort it
y-
out.
yeah, no, I get. Yeah, I know it's been hit by asteroids before. I know that, and I'm talking about a huge one, a big one that would ultimately, affect the moon to the point where it would fucking, definitely, you would definitely feel it here
They're
because.
saying there's one on the way in there, but
Mhm,
it's apparently something like 40 or 50 years away, and it's
mhm.
heading this way. So who knows, eh?
No, the moon wasn't always there, and that's one thing that would be really cool to understand the full origin and history of the moon and why it's there now, why it's in our you know our
In our
orb, our
space, in our
gravitational
orbit, yeah,
pull sort of
in our
thing.
gravitational pull, yeah.
But I mean, and how things were here on Earth before, right? Uh, Paul says Apollos.
Apollos is on its way. Yeah, that's the
Apollos
one.
is
Isn't it?
on its
Apollos
way.
is on its way. Well, I don't know how many years it is before it's going to hit us, but it's on its way, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's there's just that's the thing. I mean, because people fucking harp on about um people harp on about fucking climate change, and I sit there and go, I don't think. Yeah, I understand there's climate change, but I think this is a natural cycle of the earth. I don't think we really have as much bearing on this change as people like to think.
Do you know
Um,
we were talking about this like not so long about fucking
yeah,
Frank's a world of knowledge when it comes to like previous
yeah,
civilizations and things that's changed
hmm,
because of those civilizations. I mean Noah. I mean it's looking pretty full, pretty like Noah actually did happen. And there's they found that dig site somewhere on the top of a mountain,
hmm,
and there's about nearly something like a few fucking 100 feet of fucking soil that just landed on this fucking great big hill, like, and underneath it is an entire civilization that just got covered up. And for that to happen,
You're
you had
talking
to have
about
had a lot of
Turkey,
war.
right?
Yeah, Turkey. That's it. The
Turkey,
place
yep.
in Turkey. Yeah, where
Yeah.
they just found all those. They found those places, and there's people, a civilization that's
Mhm.
gone back 2,000 years from what we first thought there was. You
They're
know.
yeah, they're saying they're dating this to roughly about 13,000.
Mm.
I think it was 13,000 years, and 2,000 years before I think the last mini ice age, I believe it was,
Yeah.
or just coming out of the last mini ice age.
Mm.
Yeah, uh, Golopi is one of them, but there's now another one that they have found. Tepi is the one that was found a while ago, but there's now one not too far from Gillespie that is even more intriguing. I can't remember the name of it, and again, yeah, once again, it's in Turkey as well.
Yeah.
I think that's the one that these are the ones that Frank was probably referring to,
Yeah. The ones
John.
that, yeah, the stuff that they had is just beyond belief. Like how I mean, there's rocks they found there
The
that just
architect, the
precisionally,
architect,
yeah, cut with fucking straight
precision.
precision.
Yeah, and I mean this
You
is
know, you're thinking,
this
how
is
the
at a
fuck?
this is at a point when human civilization, we were apparently hunter gatherers.
Mm.
So wait a sec, how can we be hunter gatherers
Like
and be
somebody's
able to
doing this.
fucking and build
Yeah.
these, create these fucking these places with
Yeah.
the same brain fucking,
Yeah.
it
Pinpoint precision as well. I
it
mean,
doesn't make any
it
sense.
doesn't work. You can't work it out. You go,
Yeah.
just where, what happened here? You know,
Yeah, it just
we had a fascinating conversation about it, and it's really fucking really fascinating info. Frank's got a lot about it. He gave me a site to look at, and it's fascinating. Like, so you keep you going for hours. Like,
same animal gods as the Egyptians. I don't know. I don't know. We're talking about
these came before the fucking
well
Egyptians.
before the Egyptians.
Yeah, these.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. There's definitely something going on.
Yeah,
There's some
that's it. Big-headed gods. He also had obligal shaped heads.
mm,
Their heads were different as well. Like like in the Crystal Skull sort of shows it, like the heads,
mm.
but they
Yeah.
bound their heads, but
Well,
these ones didn't.
I mean, you look at all the different religions too, and the stories that these each of these religions have. They all echo the same thing. They all echo the same thing, and it's like they came from one source.
Yeah.
And again, is there some truth to this? And I kind of think there is some truth to it, but
Oh,
obviously not the truths that the organized sort of religions of today kind of spiel, because that's a whole different ballgame. But I mean, actual fucking these actual religions, these pagan religions, if you will. At one point, they were all pagan religions,
mm,
and obviously one or just a few of them started to dominate and take hold and take shape and becoming the dominant religions
mm,
over the years. But I mean,
yeah.
still, they have these fucking stories that makes they have some truth to it, right? I mean, yeah, absolutely. Even the Mayans, the Watchman points out, even the Mayans, exactly. This is what I mean. You know, there's some truth to it, and I mean, they come from the stars.
Mm.
They come from the stars. There's and that's why I fucking love Prometheus. That's why I love fucking Alien. And how he
Have you watched the ones that Frank's told me about? He said watch the Chaos editions.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
the Chaos editions, they put them both together as well, so it's one complete film,
yeah.
and it all sort of matches up like in places. That's
So it's
why
called the
it's so good.
Chaos Editions.
Yeah, so you get Prometheus, the Chaos edition, and you get Alien Covenant, the Chaos edition, and apparently there's a version out there where both films are put together.
Oh
So
wow.
literally, when you see the start of the Alien Covenant is when David, the android, puts the girl in the thingamajig.
Hmm.
That's the start of Alien Covenant, and that's the end of Prometheus. And if you put them both together at that point, and all the bits that's been cut out of the films as well, put in as well, it's apparently it's something like 4.5 hours long. I think.
I bet.
Yeah.
I bet that would be awesome, man.
Oh, it's fucking brilliant. It's brilliant. Well worth a watch. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to sit down and watch it, man.
Yeah, man.
That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
Frank told me about it, and I found it, and yeah, I put them both together and watched it.
Nice.
Yeah,
I'll
it's
have to
great.
do that. I'll have to do that. That's pretty cool. Now that I know that,
Mm.
definitely,
Yeah,
that's a must.
Chaos editions. You can find them out there. They're out there. You won't be able to find Alien Covenant on the torrents, but Frank did give us a page to it where it is, and you can watch the entire complete one put together.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Have to track that down and watch it because that's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, man, I love for me, and it's also in 1080 as well. So you get the 1080 version of it. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah. So it's both films are in 1080. Don't know about 5.1 surround with it, but I know that Prometheus is in 5.1 because it's originally it was 7.1 Dolby Atmos. So yeah,
when that first came out and I saw it in the theater, and
oh mate,
I was blown away. I was blown away.
yeah,
I'm like,
same here.
holy fuck!
I got the 3D version of it as well, which is
Yeah,
fucking
I
unreal.
was not expecting that at all. I
Yeah,
was not expecting that. When I watched it, I was like, wow, this brings the whole alien thing to a whole different, whole
it
new
does. It
perspective.
brings it to a whole new level, man.
You know, and you know, I know it's his vision and all that kind of shit and how he wanted to do this thing. And I know a lot of people were pissed off and going, "What the fuck are you doing?" It makes total sense.
It does.
And to think that you know the evolution or the origins of this just seems so real to what we have to deal with here with our origins, if you will.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
incredible.
I mean, is it Michael Fassbender's in it? And he's in both films.
Mhm.
So I mean, he plays the alien. He plays the what they call it. It's not the alien, is it? He plays the robot in it, sort of
Mhm.
thing. And so he's in both films.
Yep.
But the start of Covenant, I didn't really notice it until when I put them both together. The start of Covenant is the end of Prometheus. You know, you're just
Yeah.
there at the start,
Mhm.
and you go, "Wow." you know, that's fucking yeah. Now it all falls into place.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. His name was David. Yeah, David in
yeah,
the movie.
David. That's it.
Yeah.
In the film, he's called David. Yeah.
Yeah. So such a classic. Yeah, I'll have to watch that. The Chaos
Yeah,
Edition.
the Chaos editions, mate. You can find the Chaos of Prometheus on a certain torrent site, but I don't know about Covenant. I couldn't find Covenant, so I had to find it with the one that Frank gave me,
Mhm.
and then I got both films and I did I got a thing and I put them both together.
Nice.
So you literally just watch it. It's out
Delusions of Morality.
there. Yeah, delusions of morality. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, no, yeah, it's that's awesome, man.
What's it he says at the end of it? He says, "I just wanted to create something." David, he's actually saying something in it at one stage, and he just all I wanted to do was just change the philosophy or something like that. He says something really deep
Mm.
in it, and you just go, "Oh yeah, wow, yeah."
It's been a while since I've watched either one, so I definitely, yeah.
I couldn't believe it, and I mean, I sort of steered away from it for ages, but he said, "No, man, you got to watch it."
Yeah.
He's just fucking out there. But I mean, it kind of upsets me because I've got the 3D version of Prometheus, which is just out of this fucking world. When you watch that,
Mm.
you
Oh,
know.
they're both great flicks.
Great flicks and then 7.1 Dolby Atmos as well. Like on
Yeah.
wow, you
I
can't go wrong with that.
I just I couldn't understand why people were just they're resisting it, saying this is not Alien. You know why? Because they're so
So stuck at
used.
those original films, aren't they?
Yeah, stuck with the original films.
I mean, I got to say, with an Alien, the first one to me is the greatest,
Well,
and the
yeah,
other
that's the
ones,
classic.
the second one was probably all right. I mean, I think Cameron did the second one, didn't he?
Hmm.
And then, but Ridley did the first,
Hmm.
and then after that, I think 3 and 4 is just bit bizarre,
Hmm.
bringing her back to life at one stage.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, hold on a minute.
This is the problem with franchises. I mean,
Yeah,
one, maybe two, if you're lucky, you might pull off some good shit. But
yeah,
a lot of franchises wilt away and just like,
that's right.
this sucks. Like, come on, it becomes to be too much, and
What
you're
was the
just
other film that did that as
regurgitating
well?
fucking
Hellraiser was like that as well, wasn't it?
Hellraiser,
Fucking
even
first one is the fucking whoa.
yeah.
Second one's a bit crazy with the
Mm.
skin being ripped off somebody else. You
But I mean,
know?
I even got like that with Star Wars. I mean, like it just,
I don't know. Star Wars
yeah.
to me, I grew up with Star Wars. I mean, most of us have probably
Hmm.
grown up with Star Wars.
Hmm.
You know, he started them. I think he started them the wrong way round, but he wanted to get that one done, didn't he? At 77,
Yeah.
he should have done the first three first,
Hmm.
and then come back and done the fucking, a New Hope and stuff like that. It was just bizarre to start halfway through the fucking 6 films, like, isn't it? It's just out there.
Well, I could see. I mean, the thing about movies like this is you can alter the universe without having any issues if it's done properly. But then
Mm.
if you start altering the universe and saying, "Oh fuck," well, you're gonna have people picking at it, and people have picked at Star Wars
It's a
till their
bit,
teeth are clean. But
yeah.
I mean, let's face it. I mean, the first three movies that ever came out were to me were great. I love them.
I like the first one. Empire Strikes Back is to me is probably the best out of the three.
Yeah, story wise and everything else.
Story
I
wise,
yeah,
it's off the charts. I think it even
yeah,
got mentioned in one of the Oscars, isn't it? At one stage,
yep.
it come very close.
Hmm.
But the story to it is beats anything. Return of the Jedi is just fucking throwing it all together to finish it off, you
Yeah.
know. And but yeah, yes, yeah. Star
And
Wars
then obviously you had he brought Star Wars to a whole new generation with the first
with the
uh
first three,
first
like,
set,
yeah,
and I get it. It worked because people, really they endure it, and that generation probably goes, well, I love those ones better than the original three.
yeah, you're gonna get that. Yeah, you're gonna get that with people. I
Yeah.
mean, people are gonna go, but I mean, I've heard a lot of people slate the first three.
Hmm.
I mean, I think I think the third one, where they're making Vader, I
Hmm.
think that one was just literally rushed together just to get it in
Hmm.
there. I mean,
Yeah.
you see that most of that film is pretty naff at the start of it, and then
Yeah.
really once he then turns to the dark side,
Hmm.
it then it then certain changes, and then he then it's then just a great rush to get him into the suit, the Vader suit,
Yep.
and then
Hmm.
once he's in the Vader suit, it's all right. Is that it?
Exactly. Is that it? All this for that? Come on.
all this storyline for it, and there's nothing, you
Hey
know.
Luke. Hey Luke, how's it going?
You know,
Yeah, no, it's yeah, I don't know. But I just found that, once Disney got their hooks into it, I
that's
just
right. Well, but Rogue One, you could say that Rogue One was pretty ropey, but I like Rogue One. I
I
find
yeah,
Rogue One
there's been
fucking sounding.
some positive things that have
Yeah,
come out the
yeah,
Disney era. I get it, yeah, but
yeah.
as a whole, they're pumping these things out front, left, and center. It's just like they're gonna they're picking it clean. It's like, okay, when are people gonna get sick and tired of this Star Wars universe? I don't
Did you
know.
see Anuska just recently? Did you watch that?
Sorry, which one?
And so Anuska, isn't it? Is it called Anuska, the one that just come out recently, the
No, I
series?
haven't seen it. No.
So they got that one where they had Anakin's protege
Hmm.
sort of comes in and she's doing her own sort of story, and Anakin actually reappears in the series towards the end of it,
Okay.
and he's in there as a ghost. He comes back and he sort of turns into Vader at one stage. Like he's as he's walking off in one scene, you see him going from Anakin to Vader back to Anakin. It's fucking
Fuck.
nuts. Like,
That is nuts.
whoa.
That is nuts.
And he at one stage he gets into a battle and he's like pure Vader, like but still in Anakin form, like
Hmm.
yeah, great.
What did you and I know a lot of people have talked about the scene, but the scene at the end of what was it, the first the first TV series, what was it, Boba Fett, was it Boba Fett?
Boba Fett,
No,
yeah,
not Boba Fett. What was the first one called, the first TV series? What was it called? Not Boba Fett. Boba Fett was was Boba,
What?
maybe it was Boba Fett.
No, Clone Wars.
No, not Clone Wars.
No,
Um, the fuck, what was the name of it? It was basically, and at the end, they're in the station there, and all of a sudden there's this fucking CGI of fucking Luke Skywalker.
that would
What
be
what what series was that the
that's the other
end
one with the
with Baby Yoda
bounty hunt.
there?
Yeah, the baby, the bounty hunter thing one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. There's three of those now, isn't there?
Yeah,
Three.
yeah, it's three of them. But the first one, when that scene unfolded, all of a sudden the doors open, and then all of a sudden you see Luke Skywalker.
You see Luke Skywalker
And
looking
I
young.
swear to God, man, I had chills running
I
down
did.
my bone when I saw that.
I nearly burst into tears.
I'm like, wow,
Well,
this is fucking incredible.
it's Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, this is so cool.
Yeah. I
You
did when
know?
I must admit, like I'm a big softy for it. I remember
Oh
when I went to
yeah,
see Force Awakenings and you see the fucking Millennium Falcon.
yeah, yeah.
I went, oh my god.
Like,
It's
yeah,
the Millennium.
there's definitely awe moments, and sort of give you a reminder of where you are in the series, right? Because
Yeah.
I mean, some people, they'll watch it and they're totally lost as to, okay, where am I in this? Am I in the middle, at the end, in the beginning? What the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
Some people are just, they have no direction, and need to have it mapped out for them as to where you are in this timeline when you're watching this,
Yeah.
right? And all of a sudden these reminders are dropped, like that was like, wow, holy fuck.
What was the other one? There was another one as well uh with with matey out of Train Spotting. What's his name? I can't remember. He played. Oh shit, man! I hate fucking forgetting things. He came in and he was looking after Luke's sister,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like in there. And at one stage, they come back and they're both there fighting,
Yeah.
like carrying on from the third film,
Mm-hmm.
where they both turn up together and there's a big fucking battle, and everybody's seen them like doing a big saber fight, like between Vader,
Yeah.
and it's just you go, wow, man, it's the two of them are just carrying on, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Go ahead.
I don't know. It's Andor. Yeah, Andor's another one that came out recently. Kenobi. Yeah, Kenobi.
Yeah,
That's it.
Kenobi.
Ben Kenobi. So that's the
Yeah.
series that was out. Kenobi. That's where you see Ben Kenobi and Vader fighting each other, and it's a proper one this time. It's a full on. And I mean, he actually smashes Vader's fucking helmet at one stage.
Mm.
And he says, "That's it, no more." I will kill you.
Yeah.
So so he leaves him and he goes, he shouts something back to him about to Kenobi, and he just goes, "You changed. You're not who you used to be.
Yeah.
You were the prophet. You were the one. It's great."
Tony says another good film is Aliens and Cowboys. I haven't seen that. I've been meaning to.
It's a crazy fucking film. It's got Daniel fucking thingamajig out of James Bond, isn't it? Daniel Craig's in it.
Daniel Craig's in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't actually sat down and actually watched it yet.
It's a
It's
fuck. It's a crazy film. It's a
yeah,
great film to watch if you want it for effects,
yeah.
sound effects. It's fucking brilliant.
I'll
Yeah,
have to watch it. Yeah,
yeah.
it's on my watch list. I just haven't. There's so many fucking movies I gotta sit
Mate,
and watch.
I'm the same. Like I've got loads here to watch, and I still haven't watched them all. Like,
Yeah, so many. I don't even know why, but I wanted to last night. I wanted to sit down and rewatch. I don't know why, but I wanted to. The Blair Witch Project. I wanted to go through that torture again for some reason. I was in the mood to watch it, and it definitely doesn't have the same effect as it did when it first.
I'd never got into it. I mean,
No,
I haven't got it as a film in the collection
yeah,
because I watched it and it was to me. I don't get into these storytelling ones as you're
mm,
going through the film. It just
found
does my
footage.
head. Yeah,
Yeah,
found footage. Yeah, yeah. It's like that other one. Was it Cloverleaf?
like Cloverleaf. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit like that. You know, where it's just something you just don't know what the fuck's going on. Like, but it's there. You know.
Well, I just remember the very first time seeing it in the theater, and the reason why I went to go see it because there was obviously all this hype around it, and they were promoting it as a real found footage, and
Yeah,
this is when the internet was in its infancy, really, and they used it, they utilized it, and they had this website that would tell you, the actual history and legend on the bell the not the bell the Blair Witch. And I'm like, hey, this is crazy. And of course, people bought into it and people believed it. And then, along comes the premiere of the Blair Witch, and I went and saw it. And what was it like 2 days out, 2 days later, all the some of the members, some of the actors on the movie showed up on fucking Jay Leno or some
Jay
fucking,
Leno's. Yeah,
and then people are going, what the fuck? These people are
yeah,
supposed to be dead. You're telling me this
exactly.
wasn't real? I was had? Yeah.
Oh, mate,
I thought that was
there's
brilliant.
another one as well that came out as that was the fourth kind as well, wasn't it? That
Yeah,
was
the fourth kind. Yeah.
that was another one that was whoa.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, I look at it, and I think the defining moment in that movie, I think, was obviously at the end when, they're in that house, and what I like about it is you're seeing you're seeing her camera work upstairs, but you're hearing the guy's audio from in the basement. So he had dropped his recorder
That's right.
somewhere, and you're hearing the audio of her screaming his name in the background on his recorder because she's upstairs, and yet you're seeing it was really neat how they did that. And I thought, wow, that really gives you the effect that this is real, that wow, they're really in this house.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was pretty fucked up, man.
yeah, it was a
um
fucked up movie, like.
but that's it, but that's it, it was like waited out after a few takes and spewed in his cup. That's hilarious. That's just reading DT's comments there. Yeah, it was a fucked up movie. And again, there wasn't back then. I mean, hey, it's not the original fucking found footage flick, and a lot of people will say that, but it's not. There was one called The Last Broadcast, and of course, even
Oh, I've heard about that.
Ruggiero Deodato's classic
Yeah.
Cannibal Holocaust
Cannibal Holocaust. That's
can be
another fucked up
considered
movie.
one
Yeah.
of those original fucking found footage flicks with all that stock
Wasn't there also a
footage.
film called Zombie Apocalypse as well? Like?
Zombie Apocalypse?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, fuck me. Like.
And there was a lot of fucking cool zombie flicks back in the late 80s or late 70s, early 80s into the mid 80s in Italy. Yeah, well, yeah, it was a great flick, man. Pretty cool. I loved Cannibal Holocaust.
I found it to be a bit fucking dark.
Well, it was dark. It was very dark, and I think that's why people enjoyed it, man. It's like, wow, I've never seen anything like this.
This
Is
is
that real? That's
in
real
the cover.
footage you're
It's in
using,
the
man.
cover
What
of
the fuck?
somebody with somebody like fucking scrawled over or something.
Yeah, the turtle scene. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. The turtle scene. Yeah.
yeah.
And
Fucking
people, if they've seen the
bro.
movie, they'll know all about the turtle scene.
Yeah, it's fucked up movie, man. It really
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. It gets pretty out there, man. Like pretty out there, you know. And I remember going to I remember being at Cult Con in 2000, Cult Con 2000 in Terrytown, New York. And I remember sitting down with David Hess and Ruggiero Deodato. And I was asking Ruggiero, we were sitting at the hotel bar having a few drinks, beers, and they were shooting the shit about because uh, David had worked with Ruggiero a couple times, and I just asked him. I said, "What the fuck? What made you use stock footage in Cannibal Holocaust?" And in his broken English, he just said, "Because I knew it would scare the shit out of people. I knew
Exactly.
I knew people would
Yeah,
go, 'This is real.'
this is
This
real.
I
Yeah.
wanted to show them the reality of what could possibly happen, you know, with these cannibals, running loose. I mean, this is the way things work, and this is the things are."
Didn't they say as well, like years ago, like you remember when Chainsaw Texas
Mhm.
Massacre came out?
Yeah.
Used to say there's some footage in that just looks too fucking real, like
Well, that's the whole thing. I mean, people fucking it was marketed as a look at a true crime massacre sort of
yeah,
not necessarily a found footage film,
yeah,
but oh my god, these people stumble upon this cannibalistic farm family live on sorry family that lives on the farm.
yeah.
And because I mean, let's face it, I mean, when you go to some of these small little fucking places, and but I
Nowhere. Yeah, I
Idaho,
know. Yeah,
in the middle of nowhere, you don't
yeah,
know what these people are up to.
that's right.
And that's what I mean when you go and you urbex some of these old houses, these abandoned houses. You don't know what you're gonna fucking run into, man.
You're gonna run into somebody, yeah, some local with a
you know
fucking gun. He's
and there
going,
you go. There's a new movie. Urbex runs into Leatherface. I don't know. I love this chat, man. You guys got good taste in films. Yeah, of course I've seen Martyrs, man. Fucking, I seen
yeah,
Martyrs. Fuck yeah.
yeah. Mars is another one
I
as
could
well.
go on about horror flicks, man. Like I said, I
Yeah,
used to. I used,
I'm not a big horror fan, but I've watched a fair few over the years, like But
yeah. I mean, I used to run a webzine called Cinema Nocturna back in Cinema Nocturna. The underbelly of film, and it ran from 2002 to 2012. And this is during the DVD revolution. I mean, a lot of these movies were being their rights were being bought at like cheap ass prices and brought to digital remastered DVD, even in VHS, in the last days of VHS.
yeah,
Some of these movies were coming out of nowhere that people they'd seen cut versions, they'd seen bootleg versions, and all of a sudden, oh my god, and glorious digital, this is amazing, and
yeah.
fully uncut for the first time
That's
ever.
right. That's right.
you
Uncut
know
movies, like
I mean, in fact, this movie back here, Seven, fucking zombie, Lucio Fulci's Zombie 2, as it was better known as Zombie. When that hit fucking, first, I think it was Anchor Bay fucking VHS, and then later DVD, people are like, oh my god, this is so cool.
yeah. It's a fucking bizarre movie as well,
you
zombie, like
know
yeah,
the zombies showing up in Manhattan. What the hell's going on? You
yeah.
gotta love it, man. There's so
Yeah.
many cool flicks.
Oh, there's you could go on for hours, like there's
You
so
can,
many.
oh yeah, absolutely, go on for
Yeah.
hours about it.
Well, as I say, I'm not really a big one for him, but I've seen a few over the years. So.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, I mentioned at the beginning of the show, one of my favorite films that I like to watch around this time of the year. And I love watching Halloween, but I really do love watching one that was shot there in the UK, John, called "Let Sleeping Corpses Lie." With
Yeah,
George Guru, Arthur
George
Kennedy's in
Carew.
it.
Yeah,
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 I just something about that movie. I fucking love it, man.
yeah.
Here's this
It's
Spanish director
yeah,
shooting in the UK because obviously back in those days in Spain they had dictatorship really, and you could
that's right.
only do so you had so many restrictions on what you could show and what you could do with especially with horror movies.
Yeah,
So he moved from Spain to
to
the
the UK.
UK and
Yeah.
shot a few films in the UK, and that was obviously one of his more notorious ones.
One that was another film that was heavily edited, and then when it came out, there was the full version. I think there was an uncut version of that as well, wasn't there? I'm sure it got heavily
Well, I think
sanctioned
what
in
was
this
it?
country.
It was advertised in the UK. I think what was it? The breakfast at the Manchester or something. I can't remember. Yeah, Manchester Morgue. Yeah,
Yeah,
Living Dead at the Manchester Morgue is the one that was how it was advertised in the UK. I think.
that's right. Yeah,
Yeah, you're right, DT. It was same movie,
same
different
movie,
title in the
just a
UK.
different name. Yeah,
But it was best known as Let Sleeping Corpses Lie,
yeah,
George Carew. But yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
It's good. Yeah, it's a good film.
yeah.
Yeah,
I liked it very very. You know what I liked about it? I liked how he would go from these small little villages and towns in the
Mm.
in the British countryside.
Yeah.
But I mean, the whole scene in the front there, when you got the hippie era going, and all of a sudden,
Yeah.
this chick running nude, and her tits are going all over the
That's
place,
right.
and
That's right. That's why it
you
was
know,
X-rated in this country. Like,
X-rated. People are like, oh my god.
yeah,
Sorry, I meant breast. Sorry, I didn't want to offend anybody.
that's why it got an X rating in this
Yeah,
country.
yeah, but I mean, yeah, it's yeah, it great flick. I really enjoyed it, man. Um,
Title
really
says it
enjoyed it.
all, doesn't it? Let dead
What's
corpses lie.
that?
Title says it all, really, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, exactly, and the way they were infected with these these frequencies that were killing the insects.
That's right. Yeah,
It was affecting the dead
that's
and
right.
bringing them back to life.
Bringing them back to life. Really, really fucking bizarre.
Yeah, the Beyond, Lucio Fulci's The Beyond was great. I remember seeing that in the theater. Actually, I remember seeing
Beyond.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, The Beyond. It was
yeah. That's
really
another one.
really cool flick. I
Another cool
remember
thing.
seeing that in the theater when Grindhouse
Forbidden
Video.
Planet. Yeah, that's another good thing.
Yeah, Forbidden Planet was a bang. Yeah. Oh my God. Fuck.
Yeah.
Forbidden Planet. I love that movie. I haven't seen Forbidden Planet in years.
Nor have I.
You know, that's a
I've
that's a
completely forgot all about it. Really, it's that long ago.
classic film.
Yeah.
Classic film. But anyways, John, I'm gonna have to end this. I gotta do some shit. I gotta get ready for Halloween and I got so much fucking shit
Okay.
to do. I'm gonna do a 4K walk through the homemade graveyard
Graveyard.
and I'll share it all here on the YouTube channel. I want to, John, thanks for popping in, man. And guys in chat, thanks for stopping in, and we'll see you later. Take care, everyone.
See you later.
Later.
Cheers.